today I'm going to make a little start on tea because I'm getting hungry. I've been eating earlier lately, if I'm totally honest. I don't wait for Dan. So I'm going to toast me rolls off. We're going to be having, I want to say, like a takeaway feel dinner today. So I'm going to toast the rolls off. So what we're going to have is burger chips. We're even going to have onion rings and maybe garlic mushrooms for Dan. We'll see. So I'm going to do the 4 rolls because if I don't use them today, they won't be used anyway. So I may as well just do, and I've got 4 burgers. Right, let's bring these over, get these toasted off. Maybe it'll just be easier like that. Right, let's get those toasted off. Just making myself a coffee. Yeah, been a busy day today over on the travel trolls today. So after it all, I thought, right, I'm just going to have a shower then and just get cozy now and think about some food. So for the takeaway feel, I am actually going to be doing like a takeaway container-y things. Well, as good as what I've got, okay? So the burgers are going to be wrapped up in like the, in the burger wrappers. So I've got to join a couple of those together like I usually have to because they're not big enough. They're only that size, you see. Just like that. So I've made quite a few of those. So they're for the burgers to be wrapped up in. So these are probably nearly done. I'll just flip those. I don't want to flip those ones though. There we go. Heads up. Bottoms up. I do have asbestos hands. Alright, here we go. In with the next. And get this one in. So they're toasted, that's all prepared. So I'm going to then go and get a red onion. Dan would like thinly sliced onion on his. I already had half a Diet Coke today, so I just fancy a coffee at the minute. Right, that's that. Right, I'm going to be having a tiny little bit of lettuce. I don't think Dan will be. Let's get shredding and get these prepared, you see. Right, last 2 rolls are done. Oh, nicely. Now I'm going to keep that pan out because I'm going to actually fry off the burgers today. I just feel like it's going to do it better. Sometimes, you know, the air... oh yeah, that one's hot. Sometimes the air fryer is good. It can make a nice burger and stuff, but sometimes it's just to fry stuff off is a lot better. Also, anyway, I'm going to need the air fryer for chips. Now with the onion rings and mushrooms, I might have to put those in the oven, or I might just do the whole lot in the oven because I don't see the point in sort of having 2 or 3 things on. Right, I just got to give that a wipe out. So yeah, just a quick sort of takeaway meal today. Now I want to refer back to the orzo meal we had the other day. I don't really want the camera on me as such, so I'll bring you over here while I'm chopping. So when I did the orzo, the pasta dish, if you haven't watched that, please go back and watch that. That's actually a really, really nice meal. Now, I thought it was going to be like, because I've only done it once actually in the past, I thought it was going to be like a risotto, where all, you know, where you can't then reheat it and stuff. Now, I'm going to be honest, totally honest, I then had the leftovers of that the next day, and some later that night, I think it was. And yeah, it was absolutely fine to reheat that one. It didn't sort of flump up like the risotto. Didn't have to add fluid again or anything. So that was actually quite good to know that. But yeah, that was absolutely delicious. Right, I don't think I'm going to need all this, but I might as well have it chopped ready, mightn't I? I prefer cooked onion, bit of fried onion, but I think Dan likes raw. Prefers raw, sorry, in his burgers. Okay. Right, that's probably a bit too chunky, so I'll get rid of those bits. Just those bits. So these are obviously for the burgers. Now if I had more of those, I probably would have made like paper for the fries. Basically, I probably would have made something like that for the fries. Now I do have one left over, but bear in mind I'm going to be doing onion rings for us both and garlic mushrooms for Dan. So what I'm going to do with the fries now is, I'll put the camera up for this one. So when we were little, my father used to always practically make homemade chips, always. But sometimes come an evening, you were in bed and you're getting a bit peckish, and my dad would often make us homemade fries. But he wouldn't put it in a paper bag. What he'd do is actually make a paper bag with parchment paper, with a little bit of sellotape up each side and stuff like that. So it just always brings back a memory of eating homemade chips out of a paper bag. Would be a bed nibbling on them like that. So what I'm going to do today, because I'm lacking of containers, and I want this to feel like a takeaway feel, so everybody can do the same. Now if you don't have stuff like this, or like, well, I'm only using a bag because it's here, but use parchment paper and just put like a little bit of I forget what that tape's called. What's this tape called? What? I can't think today. Anyway, you know, like this silly old tape. You can use any tape and just seal it up the sides. It just makes it all feel a little bit fun. Then what I'm going to do is maybe put onion rings in one and garlic mushrooms in the other, and we can both just help ourselves to that one. Now these are actually cheap. I think this is like a pack of 100. They were $7.99, but I use them quite often, you see. Well, they're always handy to have there, so I like to have that. Masking tape, by the way, that's what that is. But you can use any tape. So yeah, that's all prepared, ready for the wrapping. I've got the rolls wrapped up, but I'm not going to be making a start yet. Obviously, it's still a bit early. I'm not particularly hungry at the minute, but I can tell you now, it won't be long. So I've made Dan's burgers, just still waiting for fries and stuff. So I'm going to wrap those up. And there we have it, that's my one. I've got another one wrapped. Don't they look well nice? And there we have it, that's Dan's tea. So he's got his nibbles and onion rings and mushrooms in there, and he's got his dippy chips in. Are you hungry or starving?
Starving!
And good morning. It's been quite a few days actually, I haven't picked the camera up. It's hair day today, it's hair day. Now ideally I would have liked to have done this a week ago. I like it when I freshly do my hair. This is what I'm doing today, the skunky bits, the outgrown bits. I like it when I freshly do my hair, but with a little bit of root, you know, just a little bit, so it don't look so, I don't know, bold on my head, so to say. So yeah, this is just what I use. I've always used it. So I want to get this done nice and early this morning, so I can crack on with the day, with the travel trolls, and see what else we've got planned today. Now, I did have a shower last night, and I should have left it for this morning, so I could have just jumped in the shower and rinsed my hair off. But never mind, done it in an awkward way. So yeah, I'm not even dressed yet. It's still quite early. So I'm always, like here, I always miss a patch. So today I really want to take me time. I've only got one box. Sometimes I will use the second. I've got one box today to get this right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it up and try and do it all properly. So how are you all doing anyway? Hope you're all doing well. And thank you all so much for the ones that have recently watched my videos, sorry. You will notice I've not been putting up as much. I'm going to do my best, but I'm not going to put myself out either. You know, if I've got something to film, I'll film it. But recently, I haven't even had dinners to really film either. Yesterday, what did we have yesterday? Egg sandwiches. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be filming that. Right, get rid of those. I don't usually use the cap. That's for highlighting. Don't get me wrong, I did try highlighting my hair once quite recently, didn't I? Let me just bring it back a little bit. And it turned out really nice. But then I went back and did it the second time, and that's where then it went wrong. Well, it didn't go wrong, but I should have left it at the one time. It was a nice way of doing your roots and blending them in. So I won't be putting bleach on my bleached hair. It will be just the roots, as much as possible anyway, or as less as possible, should I say. So I just got to give this a mix. yeah, I wanted to get this done nice and early just to get it done. I feel really good this morning. One of my better days this week. So I'm up for it. So I had to go out to the motorhome and find this. And along with it, I found my tarot cards. So I've brought them. I remember like when I first got them, you know, I used to always know all the cards, everything. You know, I sort of, I don't want to say learn it, but I did sort of. So I want to bring them in and refresh my memory and stuff and give them a good look at and stuff. My mother had given me those years and years, many years ago. Gosh, I don't even know how old I would have been. If I was about 16, how old is that? No, I was probably about 20, which would make that about 2000. No, that ain't right. Yeah, it is right, yeah. So I don't know what's for dinner. Oh no, I do know what's for dinner today actually. I pulled out the freezer yesterday some chicken drumsticks. Although I do have a shepherd's pie to cook as well. Like an oven shepherd's pie. It's one of the Tesco finest. I say it like that because I don't really fancy it. But I'd already pulled out the freezer, so it's got to be cooked. Never mind. We'll have half a shepherd's pie each and some drumsticks. We're sort of, I wouldn't say we're lacking of stuff in the house, but we haven't got many choices. But we're not going to starve. But it's getting to the point now. We're won't be long now before we get to York, so I don't really want to be stocking up on a load of stuff because we do have food in the house. It's just a matter of mixing and matching. Even if it's just beans on toast, we've got something. We won't starve. Right, I think that's about it. So I haven't done this for quite a while, have I? Well, I can't remember the last time I did my hair actually. Right, so I don't really want to use this clip. Means I've got to go back out to the van. I really don't want to. So what I'm going to do is try and get up as much as I can. I'm going to start at the back and try and do my roots properly. I've only got one shot at this, Mazzy. So I need to go and get my mirror. Right, I'll turn around so you can see. They need doing bad, don't they? For some reason though, no matter how many times I do my hair over the years, I always miss a patch there. I don't know why. This time I'm not. Right, then place you there. I'm actually going to use the brush and brush it on for the little bits. Don't usually. Oh, me gloves. Me gloves. I better put me gloves on. I'm going to try and be as delicate as I can. I don't want it really going onto my pre-bleached hair. Alright, so I'll show you the bit I'm trying to get at, the bit at the back, as you can see. So where's my mirror? There's my mirror. So I'm not a professional, I'm just trying to do as good as I can. So at this point I've done the bottom bit and then I flipped it up and did underneath it as well. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Just try my best. I don't mind it with the roots if I'm totally honest, but this has outgrown a bit too much, especially like for when we get to York. It would have grown an awful lot more again, so that's really why I want to get this done. I do prefer it when it's got about a week, 2 weeks worth of growth on it, so it doesn't look like it's like slapped to your head, so to say. Right, let me sort my hair out. Come on. There we go. So that's the bits are getting bigger now. I will miss bits because obviously I'm still trying to be squimpy and scrapey to try and get the whole head done, but just noticed how I was doing the back bit and you can see a big dark bit like that, so that means I missed that last time, which I do know I've missed a lot last time. Right, where is it again? Yeah, see it at the back there where I've just put the splodge on. I'll get you this time, sunshine. Hopefully the last section. As I'm getting nearer to the top, it's hard. So I'm going to assume I've missed loads. Right. Now, this is usually where I miss a load, up the top. So I'm going to try my hardest today. Yep, so not long before now we get to York. It's about a week or so. Literally about a week. So it's going to be, but you know me, it's not going to be until the last minute. It's going to be mannequin that it's going to be a bit manic again this week now. Getting the house all tidy, making sure it's all nice for when we get back and stuff, you know. So, but that will prevent me from having to, well, not having to, like some jobs might need sprucing up in the meantime. But what I keep telling myself is, what's the point, Mazzy? Going away in a week. So yeah, I'll probably leave a lot of those jobs now until just the week's up. I may as well, mightn't I? Now I've missed loads because look how much I've got left. Usually I'm digging into the plastic to get the last bits out. So I know this isn't going to be perfect. Right, let's try and do the stripe. Let's do the skunk stripe, Mazzy. Can only do the best I can. Say hello to Milo. Yeah. That is all you're getting. So I'm going to finish up now. Still got all that. I'm just going to top this one up a little bit. Now usually I would put a bag on my head. Well, I always do, but I don't think I'm going to bother today. I think I'm going to leave it. Just see if it makes a different result. I don't know. So with the rest of that, I am actually going to cling film that. Because once I've done my hair, if there is a major spot there left that I've missed, I've then got a little bit then that I can top up with. See, I can't part and the hair properly at the minute, get in amongst it, because obviously now I've got bleach on it and it's hard to sort of pull it apart, isn't it? So there we go. So I think I'm just going to leave it as that. Leave that on for a little while. Let me just make sure I've definitely done the front bits. I don't mind if I miss a little bit underneath my hair, if I'm honest, because I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to hair. I don't mean me doing the job. I mean, do I care? No. I think that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm not that fast, basically. Just need to do that bit there, don't I? Oh. Well, I do feel like that I've done an alright job of not totally getting it on my hair. Right, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for now. So yeah, I'm going to cling film that. Don't recommend it. You shouldn't be doing that, and certainly don't then keep it for another day. All I'm doing is keeping it for after, once I rinse this off, and just to double check. I better keep those as well. Trust me, I've had to do that before in the past, and I have needed it as well. So right now, I used to always throw these away. The shampoo and conditioner comes in with it, but now I actually use those because I think to myself, they've put it in there for a reason, haven't they? It's obviously meant to, it's not just giving you a blob of shampoo to help rinse your hair, is it? I think what it's actually doing is it's specialised for after you've bleached your hair, basically. Oh, it's too early. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to get that kettle back on. Yeah, so I will get my tarot cards out. Haven't looked at them in years. Yeah, my mother would have given them to me, I think, for a Christmas. I would have been 18 actually, not 16. 18, so that would have been... Oh, 98, not 2000. I don't even know why I said 2000. I would have been 20. No, I would have been 18, so that would have been 1998. And to be fair, I probably haven't looked at them for 10 years. That's honestly. Right, anyway, that did actually come with a book as well. I don't know if that might be in one of my thingies down there. I'm not sure. Right, so that's that. Just time this. Fingers crossed this will turn out all right. So that took me about 25 minutes, half an hour, I think. I'm just making Dan a coffee. Top mine up with water. I'll do that all day until the coffee's gone, or until it gets really watery. I am literally trying to use the last little bit in there because there's a mixture of 2 coffees in there, and then I've got a full new jar in there, but I don't want to pull it in until that's gone. I started giving Dan his sugar back. Started a few days ago because he's embarrassing. You could meet people, like we'd met lovely Sharon and Martin, and he's like, oh no, she won't let me have sugar in my coffee. That's not the case at all. I was just looking out for his health and giving him sweetness. So I said, right, you got your sugar. You make your own decisions in life. So yeah, he's got his sugar now. I know he prefers it, but sometimes you've got to think of, you know, how many spoons. Like he has 3 spoons of sugar in a cup, and if let's just say he's having 3 cups of coffee in the morning, a lot of blimmin' sugar. So yesterday, anyway, I made talking of sugar and sweet stuff. I made Betty's cake, not Bessie's, sorry, disaster. And then I read the comments anyway. Apparently I must have put in too much water into it. But now when we tried it on camera, we just did a little bit on the outside. It was just like sponge. It was like, oh. But as soon as you got to the inner bits, it was so gooey and lovely. It was that tasted like brownie. I actually quite liked it. It turned out really flat in that. Apparently I put too much water and stuff. But yeah, it turned out really nice. Quick little checkup look. I feel like it's looking all right actually. Like I said, usually I'd have a bag on my head, don't I? But I feel like maybe not having a bag is doing all right. Still a little bit longer. Anyway, been thinking about dinner. I'm gonna, well, I've asked Dan to just pop out to the van and get my other air fryer. Sometimes I do that, have the 2 on the same go. Because, like I said, we're gonna do drumsticks. But I also do have some baby potatoes. Now, the last time I made baby potatoes, lemon and herb baby potatoes with the orzo, oh my god, I can't express how delicious they were. Where are my potatoes? So yeah, so what we're going to have, I know it sounds like a right concoction. So we're going to have drumsticks, baby potatoes, I'm going to still do them lemon and herby, and we've got a cottage pie. Got to cook it So we'll have half a cottage pie each. Well, I'll have a little bit, Dan will have majority. And yeah, sometimes it is just a matter of filling the hole, isn't it? I do have a massive gammon. Let me just show you my gammon. I don't really want you in my fridge, it's a right mess. But look at the size of that gammon. Now, what I do want to do is, because it's now getting nearer to York, basically I haven't got the stuff to do what I want to do with it in the oven. I need like brown sugar, well, definitely a bit of brown sugar, maybe mustard powder and stuff before I want to cook it, but I'm only cooking half of it. Or shall I just cut it in half and stick the whole lot in the freezer, because it's getting on now, so I don't know. Or cut it in half, stick half in the freezer, cook half so we can have sandwiches and stuff, and just do my own rub with whatever I've got, like mustard, honey. I don't know. My brother was saying about boiling it, you see. There's no way I've got a pot big enough to boil that. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to do lemon and herb potatoes. I know that's an awful lot, but I am actually going to do them all, and I'll tell you why. Because they won't be used for anything else, and we can always have them tomorrow. Pick at them later and tomorrow, which we often do. These drumsticks are already seasoned up, and I had them down in the freezer. Pulled them out of the freezer yesterday. So yeah, Dan will get me air fryer, and then that's what we're going to be having for tea today. I've got a new air freshener, so it's the winter edition, a Woodland Whispers. Now, if I had to say, it smells like pieing. So pieing is one of Dan's favourite smells. It's actually really nice. This one's for out in the van, unfortunately. So I have just been editing, and right at the start of this video, I just jumped straight into it. I'm like, and it's the next day, and I'm doing whatever I'm doing, making hamburger and fries. Oh, that meal was amazing. It honestly tasted like we'd had a takeaway. I don't know how or why, but it did. But anyway, my point is, I thought I had footage before that. So either I've lost it, or I never did have footage and I just thought I had footage. So yeah, that's why I didn't do my good morning. But yeah, and I do honestly really appreciate to all those that are sticking by me, resubbing as well. Thank you very much, and watching me and enjoying me. So thank you very much to all of you. Yeah, so rather than doing this in the oven tray, I'm going to do it in 2 air fryers. Potatoes in the smaller one, the one Dan's just got me, and drumsticks in the bigger one. So I can technically get the potatoes in here so they don't have to sit on my worktop, can't I? Get them all seasoned up. Just a matter of switching it on a bit later on. Then baby potatoes, now don't get me wrong, they weren't tiny, sort of this sort of size and stuff. Half an hour, didn't even have to parboil them. They were amazing. Right, let's dump all them in there. Now I'm going to be doing lemon potatoes, so just a bit of oil, and during the cooking squeeze lemon on them, and then I'm going to be adding just chives. I don't want a massive overpowering of flavour, but I do love a chive, so that's what I'll do with that. Bit of salt and pepper. Yep, definitely a bit of salt and pepper. Now I'm going to have to get my hand in here because I really do want these covered with the oil. Let's bring it a bit closer. There we go, that should be enough. Oh no! Right, they're covered. Let me just go and wash my hands. I always say let me go and wash my hands, but I keep forgetting I've got that there. Oh, is that not on? Oh, is it out of battery? A bit of salt, pepper. Then I'm just going to get a spoon in there and mix it up. Some chives. this anyway, and also add whatever herbs you want as well. Remember, they're just lemon and herb potatoes. Right, let me just go and get some lemon. Now, I don't actually have a real lemon. And what I keep using is this. It's just a bottle of Jiffy lemon. Lasts for ages in your fridge. Now, the lemon, doing it like this, is also going to help them really sort of steam and cook. Don't they look really nice? They're not even cooked yet. Could eat them like that. Imagine these boiled, actually. Boiled, just boiled with herbs and lemon. I think that would be lovely as well. Right, there we go. They're ready to switch on. So I just checked on my hair again. Obviously, I'm not switching them on yet. I just checked on my hair again. I think it's looking really well. Don't know if it's time yet though. I don't want to take it off too early, otherwise I'm just sort of wasting me time with it, aren't I? Get this washed up. Get a nice easy, nice easy dinner today. It's that time. Diet Coke break. Cheers. So I've just been trying to add a few bits to a list. So we're actually getting shopping in a couple of days. So we've been talking about the ham, baking the ham and everything. So I have got time to eat half the ham. I didn't know whether we'd have time. And we've both agreed that we both just like sandwiches with it, if I'm totally honest. I don't fancy a big dinner. You think in a week's time or whenever, or week and a half, I'm going to be having Christmas dinner anyway. Anyway, it's time to wash this off my head. So I'm going to go and do that. Fingers crossed. Now, this year we were going to do M&S. I'm still going to get M&S stuff. But because now we've got all the cheap meat, I don't know if any of you have seen, you know, us get the cheap meat and stuff from Tesco's, which by the way, so the meat is half price from Tesco's. And also then my niece last night went to Sainsbury's. They're doing half price meat as well, so she got a big joint of beef or whatever. So yeah, so little tip for you, get down there, stock up. To be honest, it stops in January or with the Tesco's anyway, and I'm thinking if I can get some more, that's, you know, keep it in the freezer, that's quite a good few dinners then that we can have during the year, you know. I know it sounds awful or cheapskate. Anyway, right, so where was I going with this? I'm going to be using this, by the way. Let me cut that top off. So yeah, we were going to have a M&S dinner. Now, we know it's expensive. My sister's actually having an M&S dinner. She didn't know I was, and I didn't know she was. She sent me a picture of everything she's getting. It's very expensive, I know that. But now that we've already got the meat, so rather than paying 200 quid for a bit of meat, we'll just go to M&S and get the rest of it. Like, I'll bring a bag of spuds anyway, get a bag of spuds. Oh, actually, put a bag, no, it's a bit too early, isn't it? Yeah, we'll get some spuds and just some veg from M&S or something. So technically it'll still be an M&S, but it won't be. But yeah, I think that'll just make things cheaper, won't it? Not that we're on a budget or anything, that's not what I'm saying. But what's the point then in going and buy a load of meat when I've got a freezer full? All I'll do when we leave here for York is just bring one of those joints, I think. So what we got is the gammon, which I won't bring because we will have that now this week with sandwiches. We've got pork, we've got beef, and we've got lamb. So I don't know which one to bring with us. I might bring the beef. I think I'll bring the beef if I'm totally honest. Right, I'm going to place you there. You ain't going to stay there, are you? No, you probably ain't going to stay there. So let me just rinse this off my hair quickly. It's looking well though. Like I said, if there's major big patches, I'll repatch it up, but if there's not, if it's just little bits, I'll leave it. Like I said, I really ain't fast. Alright, I'm all done. I do feel like it could have done with a bit more of my own conditioner, but I didn't want to put any product on it yet. Like I usually put leave-in conditioner once I've washed my hair, but I didn't want to put anything on it yet in case I have to bleach it, bleach some spots. Now, I did sort of roughly see it in the mirror. It didn't look great, but what I have found in the past, it's like straw now, what I have found in the past, it does dry better than it looks wet. So, now I don't ever sort of dry my hair with a hairdryer anymore, if I can help it. I'm trying to avoid all products. Also, I'm avoiding hairbands, just using my clip. And trying to look after my hair. Right, I'm going to get this dried. Have to dry it to see then whether it needs any top-ups. Like there, look. But can I get away with it once it's dry? I think I can. I don't think that's as bad as it looks now. We'll see. I'm seeing big massive patches. Now I knew this would be the case because it is difficult the more higher up you get, and when I blow the hairdryer you can see. And I also knew this would be the case because I had loads left over, sorry. But do I feel like I'm really gonna do it again? No, I really don't want to be destroying my hair. So as long as the majority is covered, I really couldn't care. And by the way, for the month of December, which I should be doing it now actually, I'm going to be wearing my Christmas hat anyway. I keep forgetting to go and get it. Right, look up here when I blow this. See that? That's a massive patch. I bet I've got it this side as well. Oh my God. I'm not bothered, trust me. So yeah, it is quite patchy, but my hair's been through enough now. Like I said right at the beginning, if it had been one big patch, or there's some at the back, I ain't shown you that yet, then I would use my little leftovers. But I feel like my hair's been through enough. There's some there as well. I don't know whether to try and fix it. Maybe I'll try and fix it. It is a little bit bad, isn't it? Especially that bit there anyway. And then maybe a small bit in there as well. I'll be honest, I'm not keen because I don't really want to be ruining my hair. But right, let me show you the back first anyway. Yeah, you can see it's all sort of mishmashy colours, and you can tell that it's still dark underneath. I'm going to see if I can fix it. I'm not keen on doing this, if I'm honest, but I'm going to do it. Oh look, it fell into the thing. I'm not even going to put gloves on. Alright. Let's see if I can try and get the worst of this done. Alright, come back to me then once I've finished it all. And I've got it all done again and washed. Dan's just gone to the post box. He's probably fed up with looking at me. Now I've put on quite a bit more than I thought I'd need, but the more I'm pulling my hair apart, the more I'm seeing that it, you know, bits that need it. Now I haven't sort of once I've done it once in the past, I don't usually sort of like to, or I haven't done for ages, then do it again to retop it. Because, like I said, I'm trying to look after the condition of my hair. So this, hopefully, is me giving this a good sort of go over, I want to say. Right, let's pin this up. Or let me have a look in the mirror first. There's got to be bits at the back. There's got to be. Yeah, there is, isn't there? It's just trying to do it, though. Alright. See if I can pin some of that up. Let's see where I am with it. It's up here, although this bit there can do with a bit touching up. I'm running really low now with the amount I've used. So I'm not going to be bothered, like I said, if there's still some left, still some patches. It is what it is. It's as simple as that, isn't it? I haven't gone to the hairdressers. I can't expect a good job. Anyway, I I said to you, like, I won't see you again, will I, until I'm done. I just wanted to sort of show that actually I have actually used, put on quite a bit more than I even initially thought. So, now, I still keep getting some people say, oh, I loved it when you had your hair done in Spain. It was the dark colour. Hated. It's not that she didn't do a good job or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I hated the colour of my hair. It just isn't me. It's dull. It's boring. It's. I'm sorry if anyone's got dark hair. When I see girls with dark hair and they've got, you know, lovely brown eyes and, you know, they do it all up nice and it's in lovely condition and that looks beautiful. But I just don't have that type of hair. And then some people will still, oh yeah, there's quite a lot going on at the back there, isn't there? Oh my God. Some people still go on at me as well about going to the hairdressers. I'm not going to the hairdressers. I'm not paying that sort of money. The way I do it at home, I'm happy with it. It's fine. It's not. I'm not saying it's perfect. Oh yeah, it's well good. I'm well chuffed with that. It's not what I'm saying. But I'm not going to the hairdressers. It's awkward. It's a matter of trying to get to one, park up for the day. Where do you park? It's a massive inconvenience, absolute massive inconvenience to me and Dan. And I'm not bothered anyway. I could assure you, if I really wanted to go, I'd go. But I think some girls can be really silly. Going to the hairdressers every 6 weeks, spending 100 quid, 200 quid, depending on what they're getting done. You know, if they're getting proper stuff done, like, I don't know, full head of foils or hair extensions and stuff, you know, you're talking lots of money. I'm beyond, I'm at that age that I'm beyond it. I really am. But anyway, each for their own, isn't it? If I literally lived next door to a hairdresser's, yeah, then maybe things would be slightly different, you know. Maybe I would go to her every now and again. But I don't. It's more the inconvenience, if I'm totally honest. More than the money. But I couldn't justify spending that amount of money just on myself every 6 weeks. And then if I could justify spending that money on myself every 6 weeks, I'd rather get something else. Right, anyway, I think I'm going to leave it as that. That's bone dry now. I've done the best I can and it still ain't perfect, but fingers crossed this time it's going to turn out a little bit better. I'm going to get back to doing my Tesco's shop. Yeah, I don't really know what we need. Like I said, we're only here for a week, so I don't really want too much in the house. I might, because we probably won't go to Tesco's on the way to York, I might get like the cheese and crackers now. I think that will have a long enough date, won't it? Some crackers and some cheese. You know, like the cheese boxes that you can get. Or shall I just wait and see and get that? It's just, whatever we get from the M&S in York, we have to walk back with it in the bags, you see. So if we can stock up on whatever we can for the bigger item, or well, as much as we can, sorry, it don't have to be a bigger item, that's going to save us having to lug it back from M&S. We're not having a massive extravagant dinner anyway, if I'm totally honest. If we were here, we probably would, but because we're away and stuff, you know, we're just going to enjoy ourselves. The dinner ain't going to, you know, yeah, we're there just to enjoy ourselves. Anyway, let me go and see if I can find a cheese sort of board, don't they? Cheese selection. So I'm just scrolling up. Definitely want a bit of Stilton. Do you know what? I'm not a big fan of the Jacobs. It's easy for everyone to buy that. They all buy that, but it's not my big... Is that all they've got? All right, okay, they do have some more. All right, we need the Christmas selection. Here we go. I better just check the dates and stuff like though. I've always wanted to try that. camembert thingy. I can imagine that being quite sickly, mind. Let me just see what's on the last. I've typed in cheese selection now. Right, so that's everything on that page. Let me go back to that. So I think this is the one we always usually get. Let's see if there's a date on that. Right, I've just finished washing my hair. Dan's like, it's ginger, love. I know, but once it's dry, it does look different. Right, I'm going to get dry in this. I think I'm going to put a cosy big jumper on because I'm all wet now around there. So this can go in the wash. I've still missed that patch. You know that one patch I keep telling you about? Why do I always miss that patch? Oh. Right, okay, I'm all snuggly. Yeah, it's ruined me makeup. I can't say I'm 100% satisfied with it today, but it is better than what it was. I've caught the roots, so to say. Yeah, it is what it is. So I like it now when the roots grow for, let's say, a couple of weeks at least. So it doesn't look like you've got this thing stuck on your head, so to say. Right, I'm going to wrap that one up here. I will film a little bit of the dinner. It's only chicken legs, isn't it? Chicken legs and potatoes. Right, gonna love you and leave you. See you tomorrow. Bye!